Oh my gosh, here we are with another fun video for those of you that like to make things simple. Hey, my name is Sue, and we're going to teach all about the color personalities. So back in the day when I was first learning color personalities, I thought, oh, this stuff is super hard. No, it's not. Just go find a book on color personalities and read it, and then make your little bullet points and stick with it. Don't overcomplicate your life, but make it fun and easier. So here's what I learned, and maybe this is all you need. Red is the personality that they're very driven. They don't take no for an answer. They're out of a couple, typically the one that is the go-getter. And, you know, how do I want to say it? They're the ones that are just, let me think about this for a hot second. Reds are the driver's seat, basically, and they are driven by objects or possessions, and they are, they don't let people get in their way. We'll just put it that way, right? So reds are very driven. And then blues are all about fun. And there's little gray areas in there, of course, because we're talking color personality and we're talking human nature, right? So blue likes fun typically. And it may not even always shine as like that's their personality, because you're always going to find a mix in every person. But it's typically, even in situations and places, different colors pop. And the more they're familiar with the territory, the more their blue pops. And that's how you get to know somebody. So seriously, anyway, blue, fun to them may be different than fun for you too. So it's not always the same. So you might be going, that person isn't fun, but it may be they are blue personality, but your fun doesn't jive with their fun, right? Like, for example, I'm not a drinker. And so those that have blue personality and like to drink will go to have a drinking party on the weekend, and I don't drink. So that is not fun to me. So that's just one example. And then you got green. They are driven in the sense of stats and numbers and calculations and graphing things out and plotting things out and organizing things to the T. And then you have the yellow personality, and they're the peacekeepers. They want to keep things in order in the sense of they don't want to rock the boat, and they are more even keel as a whole with their personalities. They're more like, let's keep the balance here, let's keep the peace, let's not, as I said, rock the boat. And so you get those personalities, and you know, everyone has different ones that pop at different times. Like mine, oh my gosh, let me think about this. Like when I get around my family, I can just go and you think I talk fast here, I talk even faster there, and our whole family talks over each other, and we're all fast talkers, but we all hurt each other and we leave the event happy. Okay, so that's just how life is. So but I still have green in me. I'm very driven to keep organized to a certain extent, but I won't cross the line if, in the sense that it starts taking on a techie twist to it, twist in the plot. I'm like, you go away. I will hire that one out. Anyway, so that is green. And I've got some of that in me. And I've got yellow, because the side of me that loves to, okay, yellows also like to share, and they don't want to win. And there's times where I am like that all of a sudden, you know, I'm more of a gifter. I'm like, oh, I don't need this, you know, whatever. So, and the red pops in me because I'm very driven in certain areas of my life. And I think it may become, you know, factoring in what type of work you do or what you do for a daily basis, and it goes from there. But I seriously love when I meet somebody and I'm talking on the phone or in person or whatever, and I go, they're this and this, and I don't even know I'm doing this half the time till yesterday when I had a conversation with a prospect, and it went really well, and I could see this guy's personality just popping, and it was super nice. He had the outgoing side of me, and also the very analytical, the charts, the systems in place, and he was getting them all set to go like my husband would. And so I'm just like, oh, you got a really good combo going there. The only thing is sometimes one of those personalities can get in our way of growing a business and network marketing. So the reds can sometimes drive away the yellows and scare them off. I've seen it a time or two, and I'm feeling sorry. My yellow's starting to pop because I'm seeing it in action, right? And I'm like, oh my goodness, gotta kind of like, calm the waters here. And then you get the greens. If they spend way too much time being analytical, they never do anything. And then if you get the yellow personality, they're always fixing things and always making sure everything's moving slow, or not slow, but smoothly. Then they're not focused on what? Helping that person that needs the help in the right direction. And then, of course, you get the blues because they're all about fun. They must sometimes get stuck in fun. And so the merging part of all of these personalities is so important to remember when you're working with these people, that you need to pull them out or pull them back slightly from that color that drives them. And it's not a hard thing to do. It's just, excuse me, it's not a hard thing to do. It's just accenting and helping them, give them direction in the manner they need to go. Where I love spreadsheets, but I have learned it hinders me in my growth. I do much better in two ways, and I'll tell you them exactly. The first one is I have the conversation, find out what they're wanting, and I tell them, okay, knowing your background and knowing what you're doing and where you're going, here is what I suggest for you. And I do good that way. I don't like taking all of these, colors and saying, you're going to all fit in this shoebox and this is the direction you're going to go. And that's not how it works, because personalities get crushed if you push somebody in a manner of your color personality. So here is where it gets fun. Just learn those colors and help people get going in the direction they need to get going. Work with them, because don't push them, especially those greens. Greens don't like to push. They like to do their research, and they love that you let them do their research, but you still have to prod them along. Where reds, they're very driven in hot minutes. When they know something, they know it. They're in. Once they decide, they're in. And that part of me pops too in everyday life. I kind of figure, okay, I know where I'm headed, and I'm headed in this direction, and I'm going. Whether it really behooves me some days, I may get into trouble doing that. But as a whole, 80-90% of my day driven by those things has got me to the direction where I'm going. So I don't worry about that too much, because my red doesn't pop brightly, cherry red with shiny outside. It's not like that. Mine is probably more my blue and yellow, where I'm balancing things, because I do have that caring side of me that I love to make sure that people are not left behind. And yet I realize you can't sit in the back bench and forever think you're going to get somewhere by not moving, right? You will not get to the front bench or the front seat from the back seat if you don't get up and walk. So you've got to figure out how to get them moved from the back seat to the front seat, and yet keep peace for those yellows. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hit the share button, hit the follow button, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great one. See you soon.